Jen, I'm coming out. Don't jump. Hi. Josh, will you please text Alex and say, watch for Holler and load hi Facebook. And to obviously call if you need help. I guess I can wait. Josh is filming, typing, and walking at the same time. That's a recipe for disaster. Good morning, Facebook. All of our pastures are all interconnected. That's for a variety of reasons. One is because we have a track system that we use, and we can take different donkeys to different places. And the other is in case of a wildfire, a close wildfire, we want all of our donkeys in just one pasture where we will keep them wet and keep all their surroundings wet. So we've built over 5 years interconnected track system where just one person, if needed to, could run donkeys. So we could get all of our donkeys in our central pasture. So as a result, we can do different things at different times. And so today we opened up our track that goes all the way out to our red gates in the front. It's a mile-long walk. And we fed out there. So this pasture that you see in front of you is empty because I think we have about 90 donkeys in this pasture now. All 90 donkeys went to the front to eat. And so what we're observing now, a couple things, is which donkeys are coming back first and why. And I also think it'd be pretty interesting for hey Gus, hey buddy, interesting for Guy and Corbin who are cleaning. It must be pretty nice to clean when there's no donkeys, because otherwise, imagine you clean and clean and clean, and then they take another dump, and you clean and clean and clean. They don't ever stop pooping, so you can't ever clean it up. So I bet there's an element of cleaning that's nice. So Gus has headed back before his mom. He's not quite sure where she is. And then this is either Moon or Champagne, right? Hi, girl. Why did you come back? Hi, Guy. Why did you come back early? Just for some attention? Just for some attention? Hi. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we have water here and not at the end of the track. And we do that on purpose because, of course, we don't want them out there all day. But we do have to watch, obviously, our blind donkey and some of our babies and make sure everyone can make this trek. So we're going to go down and see Phoebe and Rachel. So I've developed a habit of giving Terringer Farms very public updates, which is a little bit weird. Now, I will say I did call them last night and left them this message. We haven't connected yet. But Paula got sick this week. So Paula is a very food-driven donkey. She's very aggressive. She runs full speed down the fence line when a UTV passes because she wants food off that UTV. And all of a sudden, she wasn't interested in food. So we know our donkeys really well. That raised a red flag. We immediately got vet intervention. And after 2 or 3 days of trying to get her back on track, we sent her to the hospital with her baby Pancake. And you know, medical care of animals is very tricky. So it is a science, but it's never black and white. There's lots of gray area. there's always a question of how far are you going to dig looking for problems. And we were a little bit concerned about cancer, but they basically ruled that out. They did some ultrasounding and did some blood work and said, I think if it was cancer, she would have larger lymph nodes. And then they were basically saying, we're going to send her home for dewormer and UlcerGuard. And I was like, no way is that her problem. But of course, they couldn't find the problem, and we weren't going to do surgery to try and find it. So before she came home, we talked about doing a belly tap. So we did a belly tap yesterday. And I didn't keep Terringer completely in the loop because I didn't have anything to loop him in about. And then last night at about 7 o'clock, the hospital called and said, good thing we did the belly tap. She has a pretty significant infection in her belly, which is great news. Because A, we found out what was wrong with her that was making her feel bad. And there's a treatment plan. And there's a expected full recovery. So we went from what's wrong with this donkey, we're just going to send her home without knowing, to we know exactly what's wrong with her, and we have a treatment plan, and she's going to be better. So, excellent news. Then you've got these three, which are all three just perfect. They'll be home. Paula and Pancake will be home on Tuesday. You should note that Rachel really likes a neck scratch. They wanted to just keep her for a few more days to finish off the antibiotics. And then there's Olive. Hi, Olive. And we're just waiting on Olive to have this baby. Yeah, it feels like Liz is probably right. We have a week or two. I mean, she is very bagged up, but she's not waxing at all. Y'all are aggressive. You are aggressive for attention. So, Terringer, lots of updates. According to Liz, she's still a week or two from having a baby. And Paula got sick, but we found a problem and we have her in recovery, and she'll be home on Tuesday. And everyone else is great and ready to go. So we need this baby to come out. We need it to be healthy. And preferably a little girl. And then they could all go pretty soon. If she has a little boy, we'll just have to talk about what that means. Do you want to leave him here till he's castrated, or do you want to take on the responsibility of castration? I'm sure Charlie would like to. Is his name Charlie? Yeah. I'm sure Charlie would like to have a little boy. He's outnumbered by all the girls here, but okay, so that's that. So now I want to go to the boy pasture because we don't usually get to the boy pasture. And Bray and Spencer's former families always ask about them, so let's go see if we can find out.
That they were freaking out a bit when they heard your message, but they're glad that everything is looking like it'll be okay.
Yeah, in fairness, I did say on the message everything was okay. I mean, I emailed a photo saying Paula's sick. That was a little bit disturbing, but I tried really hard. I mean, obviously, we have lots of adoptive families and lots of donkeys. I tried very hard to keep everyone in the loop. But then last night's message, I'm not really sure what I said, but hopefully I said it's good news. Anyway, it's good news. It's a big relief, actually, to know what it is. And yeah, as soon as she has a baby, we'll let you know. I would plan on it being, well, I should just give them Liz's number. The back door is open, right?
Yeah.
Jack and Jackson will be leaving us within the next 15 minutes. Originally, before we found Paula's problem, Paula was coming home today, and our hauler was going to bring them home, load Jack and Jackson, and take them. Then Paula's home date got moved to Tuesday, and so, but we'd already told Jack and Jackson's new family that they could go, so anyway, they're leaving us soon. 2 great donkeys. They're going to Upper Lake to live with. There were 2 donkeys there. One died with a lonely donkey, so they're going to be her companion and help her heal emotionally, which is super sweet. And then Jack Fideli was an owner surrender, and I talked to his previous family today and let them know that he was leaving and he found a forever home, and told them all the details and how carefully we screened them and that we did a site visit, and that's just perfect. And for all of you guys to understand, we only adopt out to people who could do a better job than us. And by that we mean same level of care. But Jack Fideli and Jackson will be one of 3 where they're going. Well, here they're one of 191. That's a very different level of attention. And they want it. Jack Fideli and Jackson want to be one of 3. And one day, since we came over here to see Spencer and Bray, one day my hope is both Spencer and Bray find a perfect forever home. Now, we love our donkeys, and we only adopt out when we know it's the right thing to do. But I think Bray would love to be one of 2 or one of 4 instead of one of 190. Not quite sure who this is. Is this Archie?
I think it's Thor.
That would be very unusual. Hi, bud. Viejo. Hi, guys. Felix. Hi, Big John. Felix, I'm coming up behind you. Hi. Hi, Wiz. Hi, Big John. Wiz, don't you take any crap. Hi, Tucker. Tucker looks like he has lived through some shit. He just looks...
Jennifer had texted you a few minutes ago. Where is she loading? But she's about to drive by. Do you want to tell her?
Josh, don't be so bossy. Josh, go find Bray. I'll come find you. Good morning. I'm on Facebook Live. Sorry I couldn't answer you. When you go up, all the way up, and you stay to the left, pasture, it's called pasture number 3. It's where our seniors are. They're over there. And there'll be somebody there with donkeys and a lead book. Hi, Zerillo. Hi, everybody. Hi. Dudley, what's up? What's up, bud? Hi to you. Hi. Hi, bud. Hi. So that's Bray Bray coming in behind you, right? On the other side. Or is that Spencer? Hi. Hi. All right, Spencer, let's say hi for Lori. Hi, Spence. You handsome boy. Hi, Spencer. Hi. 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 Oh, you're so handsome. Oh, you're so handsome. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Spencer was maybe our very first owner surrender. He was. We didn't even know what owner surrender meant. You know, as we're preparing for a second location, we have lots of meetings and we're doing lots of logistics planning. And it's just amazing how little we knew 4 years ago. Hi. Hi. So, Lori, there's Spencer. Bad news. Bray Bray has escaped. Just kidding. He's here somewhere. We just can't find him. Hi, Zerillo. We'll find him. These are some happy donkeys.
Spencer Bray Bray's new buddy.
No, they're both kind of solo donkeys. They love being here. They get along with everybody, but they're not bonded with anyone in particular. Viejo! He must not have heard me calling. Hi, buddy. You eat with all the scared boys. That way they all leave when I come over. Hi, buddy. Good morning. Good morning.
Someone asked, did you say you're looking to have a second location?
Oh, they're listening with hawk ears. Yeah, I let that slip a little bit. So, if you're a guardian, you've already been walked through the details of our second location. If you're not, we hope to announce it this week. So stay tuned. But yes, lots of exciting stuff happening. Lots of help for lots more donkeys. Hi, everyone. Super curious. That one is so cute. Who is that?
That is Remington.
Remington, you are handsome. You kind of look like Gus. And this is the other of Dudley and Wilby.
Yeah, Dudley or Bubby.
Hi. One of them has a cute little gray spot on him.
And Roland hat looks just like those two, but he has a huge white spot on
All right, so I know that we want Bray Bray, so let's see if we can find him. Hi, Popeye. What's up, buddy? Come here. Come on, I'm gonna say hi to you. Come on. That's weird. Canteen Floss. That's also Roland's spot. Roland is always there. Well, now, well, because we talked about him so much and because I know she wants to see him, I think now we have to find him. Bray Bray, we've got 7 minutes for you to show yourself. Hi, Big John. Who's this one? In the middle.
Down there is Roger. It's kind of reddish, gray, white.
Who's this one?
Buddy.
Oh. Big John. All right, gonna make us get our steps in, I see. I'm just gonna make sure he's not in the barn. Hi, Mario. All right. Hi, Zerillo. We're off to see Bray Bray. Hi, buddy. We do not have any issues with predators. Donkeys are prey animals, so it's possible, of course, but we have 190 of them. There they are. They're in the furthest possible. But it's nice to start down here because we hardly ever get down here. Milo, Yoda. Clyde, don't be so aggressive. So this is playing. That was a quick and easy load. This is playing. It does concern people, but it's totally fine.
Oh boy.
Bye, Jack. Bye, Jackson. Jackson's been here almost since the beginning. Sweet old guy, older guy. Kind of moves at his own pace. Bye, boys. It's always obviously bittersweet on adoption day because we love those donkeys. We hate to see them go, but it's very exciting that they're going somewhere to live and a forever home. Oh, Bray Bray. I wonder if we mix up Spencer and Bray Bray. Hi, guys. Hi. Look at you living like donkeys up on a hill. So this is Justin, Sonny or Sparky.
Steve.
Who?
Steve.
Oh, Steve. And that's Bray Bray. I don't think he's going to sit there and wait for me to climb up the hill, but I will try it just to say hi to him. Hi, guys. Hi, Justin. Yeah, if Justin takes off running, so is Bray Bray, but... Hi, Bray Bray. Can I say hi to you? Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi. Here's Bray Bray. The lengths we go to make people happy. Hi, buddy. He had a very sweet, well, his story is super interesting. He didn't have a very sweet owner. But he had a very sweet person that looked after him and worked very hard to do right by him and got him here, which is so sweet. You like that? Hi. Hi. Well, there you go. That was a great Bray Bray moment. He is happy. He is healthy. He is scaling up a hill, hanging out with his friends, and accepting love from me. Now, if I don't hurt myself coming down, it's a win for everybody.
Also 10:30 on the dot.
All right, guys. We'll see you over on Instagram.